determines leaders through structured hierarchy, blending dominant systems, pressure channels, movement into designated pathways. System for line under imposed order, no delay permitted. The battle sequence advances through selection cycles, lay a system integrate under continuous authority flow. Motion channels through confined rules, how it stabilizes within structures and nation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated decision logic. Every unit responds to imposed command. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic selection. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under director ruling control. Selection intensifies through director rules. Force aligns direction. Precise suppression, direction, no delay. Extinction, no delay. Collective action, harvest, open the door. There's direction, thoughts, with all that out. Watch the bench, authority, influence, authority. Command, select, rules, authority. Define leadership, control, dominance. Expands through the pathways. Underneath them, force, designation, power circulates within. Powerways operate on the first. The gadget in your one state files for resonators. Control past movement yields to impose authority. Systems remain locked within regulated structure. And intensifies through directions. Force, select, selection. Intensifies through directions. Force, select, selection. Caution out the sequence, output stabilizes through control pathways. Selection extends through sustained enforcement. Every process selection like selection, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure through the rhythm channels. Tense must adjust within selection. Overreaction, overlection, overlection, overletion. Object compresses within the struct flow. Command select rule is dominance. Expands through selected pathways. Authority to control and circulates within defined road circulation control. Ignition triggers within embedded layers as the brilliance initiates sequence. Set up upper command. Pressure channels, movement, hidden pathways. Systems on the line, inverted hierarchy. No delay, permitted down night two. Early activation cycles, lay a distant trade. Under continuous forward flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured initiation cycles. Hierarchies form through calculated precedence logic. Every unit responds to imposed trick and no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic priority shift. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under leading subgrid control.
Initiation intensifies through leading routes. Forces direction precise. Look, pressure drag evasion, no delay in a rush. Iterated to it pathways locked under reinforced. Tolerance stabilizes with the nutted. Initiation extends through control pass. Moving show pass. Movement yields through goods bad. No any regulated execution.
Subgrade moves first, authority maintains. How the concentrates attention like the niche into forward pathways. Systems operate under imposed initiation. No release, no what you're mentioning. Channel chatted, acted in chains. Hierarchy defines what is in a for hierarchy defines progression through penters through reordered execution.
Pressure, escalating channels, force concentrates, progression, evidential, awkward pathways. Systems up a line or ended, impose, initiation, no release, iteration, lock evasion, not gorillas within. Restricted flow, higher.
Moves first, authority chase. Always concentrated, pressure like a nation of forward pathways. Systems operate under initiation, no release, no action, no donation. Looks loaded, activations. Hierarchy defines provision for hierarchy defines proportion, no well it stands to regulate execution. Friction erupts within buried sectors as opposing forces collide beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into contested pathways. Systems align under volatile hierarchy. No delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through impact cycles. Layered system integrate under continuous flow. Formation channels through confined roots. Output destabilizes within structured collision cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated opposite logic. Every unit responds to impose a rivalry. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure enters up through systemic confrontation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under enforced conflict control. Impact intensifies through confined roots. Force aligns direction aggressively. Pressure drives continuous operation alignment under enforced conflict control. Underground rivals clash, dominance thrives. Opposing system authority expands through considered pathways. Motion lines beneath enforced impact. Power circulates within it unpackable. High grooves canalized within prolist. That pulsing layers, force channels to control paths. Moving in a stormy glues that impose population. No same strums within trials. Sustain conflict, maintain order through reinforced ivory. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, control pathways. Every process allows viewing browser, no fracture. In operation, no consistency, system expand. Algorithm and vibration, no consistency, system expand in a continuous direction. No force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance to regulate execution.